Welcome to a special Craftsman Foursquare located in leafy, bucolic Laurelhurst. More about this sought-after historic neighborhood in a moment, but first I want to tell you about this charming property and the artists, owners who've made it so beautiful. I'm Dan Volkmer of Windermere Stellar, and I specialize in historic and architecturally significant properties in Portland. This is the home of nationally known Roycroft master artisan C.J. Hurley and his wife and business partner Barbara Pierce. The Roycroft campus in East Aurora, New York is the acknowledged birthplace of the American arts and crafts movement. Beautiful things made by hand and inspired by nature is the guiding principle in C.J.'s art. Here is C.J. himself.
My name is C.J. Hurley, and we're sitting in the dining room of our George Eastman designed arts and crafts Foursquare home in Portland, Oregon. One of the reasons that Barbara and I were attracted to this house is because we wanted to turn it into an authentic arts and crafts period artistic environment like they would have done when the home was built back in 1913. And one of the things that we looked for were all of the architectural characteristics that would define that kind of authentic arts and crafts space. The city of Portland is the city of roses and rain, and that is the title of this frieze. And it represents Portland's gray winter skies. The silver ovals represent the falling rain, and of course the white roses represent the roses of our Rose City. Our home has a very strong Prairie School of architecture influence on it. And the Prairie School had a very long tradition of doing decorative exterior painting on the surface of the home. So we took that as a launching point for doing decorative exterior painting on our home as well. This house was designed by architect George Eastman, and there's a couple of specific motifs that he used on both the interior and the exterior of the home. For the frieze in the living room, I took inspiration from both that Moorish arch and from that tail end of the corbel, and I created an abstract Art Nouveau design around that. Barbara's and my plan for all of the bedrooms was to designate each one to a single flower from the gardens found on the property. Here in the master bedroom, we chose the theme of the iris. And to create the visuals, we started with a historic arts and crafts wallpaper with which I painted a corresponding decorative frieze. So here in the guest room, the theme of the frieze is the peony flower, which is also found out in the gardens surrounding the property.
While the home's interior is preserved and burnished with C.J.'s artistic hand, C.J. and Barbara hired prominent design and restoration firm, Hammer in Hand, to perform a complete exterior restoration. Pride of ownership, quality craftsmanship, the best materials are evident in the way the home's exterior hums with integrity. Surrounding this special home is the special Laurelhurst neighborhood. The undulating streets lined with heritage trees and stately homes exude substantial comfort. Run the dogs at the off-leash area in Laurelhurst Park. Photograph wildlife on the ponds. Shoot some hoops on the courts. Catch an indie film at the restored Art Deco Laurelhurst Theater. Choose from a plethora of dining options along Northeast 28. 3247 Northeast Glisan is not only a warm and comfortable home in an established and friendly neighborhood, it's also fine art that lives with you and you with it. Laurelhurst living in an American arts and crafts home.